For this week's NLL Spotlight, we're joined by Perrysburg head football coach Dirk Connor. Coach, thanks so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me on tonight.
The team jumping out to a very hot start, but now suffering the first loss at the hands of Whitmer. Just have you seen the team kind of start to respond and learn from this situation?
Yeah, well, we'll see that tomorrow. So, it's something the kids were very frustrated Friday night and did a lot of things uncharacteristic, maybe pressed a little bit in a big game. And it's something we can learn from moving forward. And we're fortunate we have another big game coming up Friday night where we get an opportunity to see if we've learned those lessons and are able to turn the page. And that's one of the hardest things from losing, and it's hard for a coach too, is, you got to put that behind you and move on and get ready for the next one. But, a good opponent in Findlay coming up, it'll make that a little easier to do.
Now, the offense this year has really been firing on all cylinders. Just how kind of fun, in a way, for a coach has it been for you to work with all the different weapons that you have?
Yeah, it's great. It's been fantastic. But, the offense is getting a lot of love, but most of those points are the result of really good field position from defense and special teams. And so the defense and special teams is what set that up. And really, we've been playing very good complementary football where offense complements defense and defense complements offense and special teams does both. And we didn't do a very good job of that Friday night. And so that was uncharacteristic for us. And so it's been all three phases working together, which is very characteristic of our team and the type of kids that we have. Is it's all the parts working together and having a good time together and rolling forward, trying to win games.
So you talk about the defense. What is it going to take to slow down the high caliber offense that Findlay is looking to bring, especially with Ryan Montgomery?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you said slow it down. You got to make sure you lock down their good receivers and don't give Ryan too much time. But, it's also scary when he gets out of the pocket. So it presents a lot of challenges, but our guys have really risen to the occasion in every opportunity they've been given. And, we look forward to that opportunity again Friday night.
Delving into yourself a bit, this is now your third season at Perrysburg, but before that, you were the head coach at Bowling Green. Just what did you kind of learn from that part of your career that's now shaped you into the coach you are now?
I would say more in that part, it was stuff that has nothing to do with football. I mean, there's so much stuff that comes with being a head coach that doesn't have anything to do with necessarily what happens on the football field. And having those experiences really prepare you to take that next step. And when you step into the next job, you're already familiar with a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, but football's football, and you mature as a coach and learn about things and constantly progress, and we're doing that now. But I would say the stuff that nobody pays any attention to that's not fun to talk about, paperwork and scheduling and dealing with community and parents and things of that nature.
This might be a little off the cuff, but I know that outside of football, you're also a math teacher. Do you ever see those two areas intersect?
Every day. I mean, there's two jobs to do every single day, and that's a case for every teacher or every coach in this area. Is there's a job to be done in the classroom too, and I very much love that part of what I do and the kids that I have in the classroom as well.
I've also seen personally that you retweet a lot of content from different coaches, whether that's Nick Saban to Mike Ward. Just who have been some of those biggest coaching influences that have shaped you?
That's a great question, and I'm much more of a retweeter than putting tweets out. I just social media is not my thing, but when somebody's got something good, I want to make sure our kids resonate with that. And it's not necessarily one individual influence, but it's a line of thinking in which teamwork and lack of selfishness comes first, and really. Over the last several years, it's been getting kids to be accountable and realizing, society teaches them that things are easy or that something's somebody else's fault, and getting them to realize that that's not necessarily the case. And our kids do that, and it's a pleasure to work with them.
And one final question now before I let you go. Connor Wallenczak been able to see some big minutes now finally at Toledo. Just how exciting is that for you as a coach to see alumni shine in that way?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, it's great, and I hope as we continue to go along, we get to see more and more guys on the field. But for him, and I think we will, but for him to get to do it as a freshman is pretty awesome, and he's a pretty awesome kid, and it's been able to, it's been fun to be able to kind of go along that ride with him, and I can't wait to actually get to enjoy a game up at the Glass Bowl with him.
I was going to say, cheering him on a Saturday, but you got your team to focus on when it comes to Friday night.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks so much for joining me today, Coach.
Thank you very much.